everybody on YouTube. This is David again. I'm back with another flashlight video. This is the Acebeam. It's the T20. The T20 is a thrower flashlight. It's touted to have 1500 lumens and a 1050 meter range for the throw of the flashlight beam, which are pretty impressive specifications for a light like this size and this price. The last one I saw that had specifications like this cost about $450. It weighed some odd number of pounds. It was about this big, and it had a battery that would run out, and you would have to buy a replacement battery for another some hundreds of dollars. And it was made by Nitecore, and this one just about equals the specifications of that one. It's $149, could be $139. I think I've seen it at that price. I got this one from a website called hkequipment.net. It's a Chinese website, and as far as I know, these are only shipped from China at this time. The hkequipment.net site can also be accessed via eBay, and you can go ahead and shoot them your best offer on that site, and good luck, because they will likely, if they've got the best offer sign up there, they'll take a lower price. But anyways, that's where I got this one. And this thing is one of the nicest flashlights that I have. The tint is the best I've seen in any flashlight so far. I like the warmer tints. I like when colors pop out at you when you turn on the flashlight. I don't like the really white looking reflecting lights that appear much brighter than they are just because of how much they reflect off the surface. I like a little sinking into the color, and you can really have some eye candy. This definitely is that. This has got like the tint is probably close to like the 3500 4000K warm tint, and it's just beautiful sunburst looking color. It's like a caramel what have you slash champagne gold kind of color, and the shape is perfectly round. It's just, there's no flaw or artifact or anything of any kind in it. It's just a beautiful thing to look at. The T20 is collapsible. This is the longer stick, and then you can make it into the shorter stick. And according to the specifications, the shorter stick has 1000 lumens versus 1500. So that would be concurrent with the voltage. The voltage range is, the operating voltage range is 3 to 12 volts. So that gives you a range of 1 or 2 lithium-ion batteries. So thou shalt not use 3, nor shalt thou use 0, but 1 or 2 will be the count for the lithium-ion batteries in this flashlight. And one thing I found is, if I picked up a couple of these, 18350s, which are the shorter ones. So when you have this in the short stick mode, if you use these shorter ones, you can get the full 1500 lumens versus the 1000, but of course with a shorter runtime. The runtime, speaking of runtimes, we get a Firefly half lumen, very low half lumen. See what that looks like. Half lumen can run for 50 days straight. So if I were to leave this on, according to the specs, manufacturer, it will stay on for 50 days before this runs out on two 2500 milliamp lithium-ion batteries. And then we get low after moonlight. Whoops, low, and that's good for 2 days. And it's what 100 lumens for 2 days, 300 lumens for 5 hours, 700 lumens for 2 hours, and then we got the 1500 lumens for 1 hour. Okay, and now on to the UI for the T20. The T20 features 3 buttons to interface with. We have a rear hard tail clicky, and 2 soft buttons on the side. Given the 3-button interface and just the look of this thing, one would be forgiven for thinking, wow, this must be one of the coolest flashlight UIs to date. But in reality, nothing could be further from the truth. This is one of the most bland UIs I've used in any recent flashlights. What we have are basically 2 features only, and that is momentary forward, the momentary on button from the rear. And as you can see, there's a delay in the timing of this, which can be a little bit irritating, but it's not too bad really. And when you click through, it doesn't really bother you too much. And then the other feature is just the mode memory. You know, it lets you back to wherever you left off at, which of course is nice to have. Other than that, there's really nothing. There's these 2 buttons. We have one for ramping up the mode forward. That's all it does. Cycles forward and goes back to Firefly. Cycles forward, goes back to Firefly continuously. And the other button, you can hold it down for strobe, and that's all it does. The whole button is dedicated simply to hold down for strobe, and you can't even get strobe mode to stay on without holding the button down. And that's it for the UI of this flashlight. There's nothing else. There is no other thing you can do. That's it. You can't soft off the flashlight. The only way to turn it off is via the rear tail clicky. So it's a little bit dated, you know, with the UI compared to some other flashlights that have come out. But it's forgivable given the overall quality and impact this flashlight has in so many other regards. So this flashlight, the T20, we'll go ahead and take a look at the body of the thing. We have the rear tail clicky. There's a lanyard attachment that swivels around. Kind of interesting. We got the lanyard. The lanyard's a nice, it's really rather long lanyard. You could actually use this and hang the light around your neck, or, you know, it's just a pretty good quality lanyard, it seems like, compared to a lot of the other ones I've seen. Also with the lanyard attachment, you could do this. Not saying that you should, but you could. And we have the tactical anti-roll leverage for the rear tail click. 2 tubes and the tailpiece come apart, as well as the head, to make a total of 4 pieces when apart. We have very nice stainless crenulated bezel around a very clean looking reflector and a Cree XPL HI. And now on to the performance of the T20. The T20 performs beautifully. It's one of the cleanest looking flashlights beams I've seen. It gets 1,000 meters plus. Nice tint. And we're going to do a quick color test. I've got the T20 versus the TN31 cool white version. If I had the neutral white version, I'd compare it against that, but I only have a cool white version. But this will give you an idea of how the colors pop off with the T20. And then we'll go ahead and take it outside and do some beam shots out there. So first we're going to do the Acebeam, and then the TN31 through night. Here's the Acebeam. Oh, through night. Acebeam. Through night. Acebeam. Through night. Acebeam. Through night. Acebeam. So I don't know if you can tell in the video, the colors just look brighter. They're very accurate, and it's just very pleasing to look at for, you know, artificially produced light. All right, well, next we'll take this light outside and do some beam shot comparisons. All right, so we'll look at a few beam shots. Here's a T20. And through night TN31 V2. Both of these I'm looking at on turbo. Not quite sure what that's about. So I got the Acebeam is on the right. All right, so now I'm at another location, and we'll go ahead and start with the Acebeam. And the through night. Trouble focusing. There we go. All right.